Hello guys, and welcome back to another Etheria restart video. Heinrich just got buffed, and it is the kind of buff that can push a unit straight into the meta. Let's start with the most important change. His base speed got increased from 122 to 126. That might not sound huge on paper, but in PvP, this is everything. That extra base speed means Heinrich can now realistically be built as an opener. And that completely changes how you use him. Instead of playing slower, more reactive comps, you can now put him in fast teams and actually take turn one. And once Heinrich moves first, his kit becomes way more oppressive. Now let's talk about his passive, because this is where things start getting kind of insane. Every time Heinrich attacks, he now has up to a 60% chance to dispel a buff. And since this applies on every attack, including multi-hit skills, he's constantly stripping buffs throughout the fight. That alone is already strong, but it gets better. If the enemy has no buffs to strip, he instead has an 80% chance to apply Last Words, which lasts 3 turns. And this debuff isn't just there for show. It directly powers up his skill 3, increasing its crit damage by 30% per stack. So not only is he disrupting enemies, he's also scaling his own damage at the same time. Now, his skill 2 got a massive upgrade as well. It's a multi-part attack. Single target, then random target, then AoE. And now, if the target has no buffs, it has a 65% chance to silence for 1 turn and apply a 2-turn wound. This is huge for PvP. You're stripping buffs with your passive, and then immediately punishing enemies with silence. That's a full shutdown on key units. No skills, no recovery, nothing. And because this skill hits multiple times, you're also getting multiple chances to strip before applying those debuffs. The synergy in his kit now is actually really clean. Then, you look at his skill 3, triple AoE hits, with up to a 100% chance to apply block for 2 turns on the final hit. So now you're dealing damage, stacking Last Words, scaling your crit damage, and locking enemies out with block. Again, in PvP, this is just suffocating for the enemy team. In PvE, these changes are also way more impactful than people might expect. The consistent strip is extremely valuable in longer fights where enemies stack buffs over time. And the combination of silence, block, and wound gives you a ton of control to prevent dangerous mechanics. In harder content, that kind of reliability can literally save your run. Overall, this buff doesn't just make Heinrich better, it gives him a clear identity. He's now a fast control unit with scaling damage, and thanks to that extra base speed, he can actually function as an opener instead of sitting in the middle of the turn order. So, if you build him fast, he can absolutely take over games. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.